Hello, everybody. I hope you are able to join us today. It's the last Monday in February. We made it. We made it, people. February will be done at midnight tonight, and we will be into March, waiting for the march towards spring, right? And so say hello if you are here, so that I know you are around. We are on YouTube today, and hopefully you find us there. We are having trouble getting onto Facebook, so we're only on YouTube. So I'm going to wait a little bit. Kate's working on it, trying to see if she can get it to kick in, and when she does, we'll jump in to both Facebook and YouTube. But right now we're just on YouTube. So say hello so that I know that you're here. Hi, Sally. Nice to see you and have you with us today. Well, it says that there's 5 people, so hopefully more people will join. I just want to say, I feel like I can't really jump into, hey, Barbara, I can't really jump into today until I acknowledge what's going on in the world, because it is pretty scary. And hi, Kathy. And I just want to say that if you are so inclined, there are a number of designers on Ravelry that are selling their patterns and donating the yarn to Ukraine, or donate to the Red Cross, or hopefully you'll do something. Consider doing something to help support those poor people. I cannot imagine what they are going through. And when you see the pictures, it is definitely winter there too, and they all have on their hats with the big pom-poms on. I just need to recognize that the world is a scary place, and each of us can do some little something to help with that. But the big deal is the stuff that we've got going on today in the shop. I am wearing my finished Quindizzi. This is let me move this down a little bit. This is a Casapinka pattern that is available on Ravelry. And it is, I just want to make sure I show you the right side, which is right here. This is the right side of it. Kate, can you open the door for Joe? And it's 3 different colors, and I want to show you what I used. It's a pretty simple pattern. It's a simple slip stitch right in here, and some seed stitch, and then some what they call a ridge pattern, which is basically a knit, a purl, and then a row of knit one purl. Hi, Brianna. And I used the Dreaming color. This was January's color. And I used the blue and the periwinkle or lavender from Earth Yarns. These are all fingering weight yarns. I used 1 skein of each, and I've got a lot of this left over, enough to make another smaller short shawl. Hi, Eileen. Thank you for being here. So there's lots and lots of possibilities. Hi, Shelley. I'm glad you guys are showing up and being here. So anyway, I finished that, and I'm really happy with how it came out. It was a fairly quick knit. It did take me a few weeks to do, but I wasn't knitting all the time on it. And it is a good size, especially the tails. The tails are really pretty long. And I like wearing it with the point in front. I think a lot of you wear them like that. And this sweater that I have on is the Calliope or Calliope. This is a free pattern on Ravelry from A Space Tricot. I absolutely love this sweater. It's my second favorite next to Ranunculus. This is another one that's done top down, and it is knit with a strand of lace weight mohair and a strand of fingering weight yarn. So Quindizzi by Casapinka. Can't do it. This is the fingering weight.
I posted an update on Facebook to find us on YouTube.
Okay, thank you. And it just so happens, did I bring scissors over? Because we have gotten in the March color of, she gave me a seam ripper. The March color of Dream in Color. There we go. Never mind. I will need it for the next one. Ugh. So see, I really didn't even peek. This is beautiful.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. So remember, this is the smoochy, the smooshy cashmere. Look at these colors. Oh, I hope it shows up. It's a really spring color, I would say. Not lots and lots and lots of color, but a lot of green, lots of spots of green in here too. And, you know, these are hand-dyed yarns. So even you saw me take them all out of the same bag. They've been dyed together, but their placement in the dye pot affects the way the color comes out on it. So this one looks like it's got a lot of pink on that side, and some of these others don't seem to have as much pink at all. So this one is, I just want to see. Usually, yeah, it's not, there isn't a color name. It's just March 2022. So there's a big difference in all of them. We have 10 skeins, and that's all we'll get.
It's like every color.
It is just about every single color in here. It's like they dumped out all of the remaining dyers. Hey, Bess.
This time of year they want all the color.
Yeah, you do. You're ready for color. And YouTube is looking kind of dark to me. I hope it doesn't look that dark on your screens or when you see it later. But it's really a bright color. It is not, there's not browns, not a lot of them. Really pretty. So that's the new Smooshy Dream in Color pop-up color. At the same time, or almost at the same time, we got in a new order from Earth Yarns. You know, the color of the year this year is periwinkle, and they did a color. Hey, Decker. They did a color that they're calling periwinkle. Oh, good, Eileen. Eileen says the colors are good.
Okay.
And Eileen, I don't know if the rest of you know how to do it, but Eileen has a smart TV, so she watches us on her TV, not on the computer or the phone. Hey, Deb. Hey, Ruth Ann. Okay, good. People are finding us. Anyway, on the TV, and it's a big TV, so it's probably better than even having me sitting right next to her. But anyway, Earth Yarns decided that they would do their interpretation of periwinkle. And we got it in the fingering weight.
That's fun.
And it is fun. It's a little bit different than a lot of people think of this kind of lavender as a periwinkle tone color. But they mixed it up with a lot of pink. So this has a lot of the periwinkle in and a lot of pink in it. And we got 10 skeins of that yarn in. Sorry for the noise. But they also sent us, like a lot of the Earth yarns or unique yarns, they are self-striping. And so they sent us a pair of socks done in that particular color. And that's a pretty even stripe all the way through. Not all of their yarns stripe as evenly. Hey, Rosemary. Connecticut. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunny day. Beautiful sunny day here too. So this is very fun. Now, all of we do get a lot of pre-knit stuff when I order yarn from this company. So they send us samples so that we have something in the store to show what they knit, what they look like. And this stuff is knit in Turkey. And so it's a very Eastern European heel. So there's the decrease line or the heel flap, and then a very squared off heel right there. So you can find directions for that on the Earth Yarn website in one of their sock patterns. But they are trying to support the community in Turkey by hiring women from around the area who do all of the knitting. And it's turning into a really successful program. They're doing a lot of knitting. So we got a pair of socks from them. And we also have, I think this is a shawl. It's called Tarla. That's also, I think it's one we've had before. And it is a pattern on Ravelry or on the Earth Yarn website. And this is a little shawl. This is probably just one skein. And it has that little lace edge at the bottom or along the side of it, however you want to think of it. This has different stitch patterns in it as well. So there's a little bit of ribbing here, then some seed stitch, back to ribbing, back to seed stitch. So it goes back and forth with those stitch patterns and then that bit of lace to make it decorative. It is on the small side. It's more of a kerchief than a shawl pattern. But boy, this yarn feels really nice. So we've got that in. Hi, Paula. Yeah, the colors are really pretty. And if you want to be in periwinkle this year, this is one to consider. So I didn't plan on opening that, but he just delivered this. So I figured, all right, we'll open that too. But we'll have the yarn and we'll have the patterns that you can see done up as well. I don't want to lose my place. Okay, everything there is on the floor. All right. Last week, I told you we got in those embroidery kits, and I wanted to, I didn't show all of them. So I wanted to show some of the ones that I didn't show. And we have another order on its way because they're selling out fast. So all of the material that you need to make this is in the box. The needle, the embroidery floss, the pattern, the felt, if there's a button or anything else, it's in there. So these are the small kits. We have the little rabbit in the carrot and little Mrs. Cat. And I wanted to show you these again because over the weekend, I made one of the samples for the store. And so here it is in real life, in real time. It is so incredibly cute. And I think mine is just as cute as the picture on the box. Get the mustache out of the way. So basically that you just get pieces of felt and the pattern that you then cut out and start sewing together. Now, as fun and fairly simple as these are, I would not say that these are beginner embroidery kits. I think that you should have a little bit of embroidery experience, even though there are directions for how to do the stitches. It's really freehand. It's not printed on the fabric at all. And they just sort of tell you, all right, now put a few stripes in there on the cat face or make French knots for the eyes. So you are sort of left to your own devices as far as where exactly to put the stitches. But I think it came out really, really cute. It was not that difficult to do, but I would say a little bit of experience before you try and give it to somebody to do it as a beginner. So I don't think we showed this one. This one, again, this has enough material for all three houses. It's going to have the stuffing, the pattern. It came with the little ribbon to hang it, or you could choose not to put the ribbon in if you didn't want to use it as a ornament, and all of the embroidery floss that you need to complete the piece. And this is two birds with a bird house to do. Look at that. And you can make them as intricate or as simple as you want. All of those little red dots are French knots all around there. So those are the two sets that I did not show last week that I wanted you to see. And we are getting more of those in. We are getting more of the cats. And somebody last week asked if there was a needle book. There is, and I have ordered that, as well as more of those little pouches that I showed last week as well. So I think, no, the felt pieces are not cut out. They are just flat pieces of felt. And actually, there's plenty of it, but not necessarily plenty of every color. There was enough so that I could cut out 2 bodies of the little dress and plenty of yellow. Where I ran out was the gray felt for the face and the feet to make a second one. So I have enough to almost make a second one. And they sent me a they sent me a sample of the felted pouch, which I'll probably be able to find a color in there that I can use to make the hats and the face and the hands and the feet again, so I can make a second cat out of that. And there was plenty of stuffing, but stuffing you can get from anywhere.
This is Kate. We're doing a live video. Can we call you back?
Okay. And yes, absolutely. You'll have the pattern, you'll have the directions, you have plenty of floss. There is a ton of embroidery floss included in each of the boxes. So you'll have enough. If you just buy more felt, you'll be able to make as many of them as you want once you have the actual pattern. And the small ones are 15 and the large ones are around 26.50. So they would be really fun. She's also, I didn't order it yet, but I think I probably will order it. She does a big kit and then smaller individual kits based on the 12 days of Christmas. So she has a partridge and a pear tree and Lords of Leaping and things like that. And these come to us from Britain, so you know that they're really well done and with that kind of British eye to making things pretty and lots of fun. So if you are doing part of our Flyby February, I hope you all got the email last night, and I wanted to show you the mitts and how they look. So this one is different in colors than this one. So this one I used just black and white to do the ridges, and this one I threw in the purple and the lilac. And like I said in the directions or in the pattern, go ahead and mix it up. I of course had plenty of worsted weight stuff done, leftovers, little bits and pieces, and again, in my laziness, whatever's close to me is what I use rather than getting up and plowing through everything. But it is a really nice fitting pair of mitts. And if you've got lighter weight yarns, go ahead and double them up. You really don't need much at all to put those ridges in. They're comfortable, they're fun, they're warm, and they're pretty quick. On the size 8 needle, they really don't take that long to make. And you do not have to make a right and a left mitt. You can make them both exactly the same and they will fit. Once you put them on your hands, they begin to take the shape. Yeah, right, Eileen. They're perfect for leftover amounts of yarn. You should have a decent amount for the main color. I didn't use quite a full skein of worsted weight, but you will probably be able to then use leftovers in a different pair of mitts. So that's our last Flyby February design. And next Monday, we will be drawing the name of the winner. And we have been getting a really fantastic response. I am so grateful to all of you for having fun with this. People have really enjoyed it. We've had a lot of positive feedback about it. So much so that I think we're probably going to make one of the weekly emails a free pattern week. There won't be a prize, it won't be a contest, but we'll just shoot you out a free pattern once a month for something fun and unique and different to do. Maybe a different kind of stitch pattern or some color work, but just something to keep the fun going and keep you all knitting all spring and summer long. Which also reminds me that I wanted to tell you that the stores that participate in the I-91 Shop Hop have started to talk. We haven't had Bess, since we'll be drawing, let me jump back to Bess's question. She says, what is the deadline for entries? You can send me a picture anytime of any of the 4 projects up until Monday morning at 11:30. next Monday morning at 11:30, I need to have filled out all of the names. And what I've been doing is each time you make something, I put your name down with what you made. So if you made this first scarf, you got an entry for the scarf if you sent me a picture or posted it in the Northampton Wools group, Facebook group. If you did all four of the projects, you'll get 4 of the entries. So you have basically until next Monday morning. And if you want to take one picture of all of them together, that's fine too. I will put an entry in for each item that you post a picture about. And next week, we'll have an exciting number of entries to draw from, and we'll do it live during our Facebook Live or YouTube Live, whatever we end up getting to work.
It'll be YouTube.
Next week. I think it will be YouTube.
More people found this.
Yeah, we're ticking right up there, so that's good. Yeah, Brianna, that's what most people feel like. It's been a fun little challenge and not too overwhelming. And most of you have been knitting from stash, so it's a great way to use all of that stash up as well. Oh, I think I have a little. Oh my goodness,
Your palette.
I might have to walk around town today after this and show off.
And you got that hint of bright color.
Yeah, that's cool.
That.
It's not often I'm all together, so. That's fun. All right. So we got a couple of new things in. A couple of weeks ago, I had on my side to side sweater that I did for Plymouth Yarn in the bright oranges, and people really loved that. I was able to get my hands on some more of the yarn that I used. I used this yarn in this color. Now we have a limited supply because, of course, this yarn has been discontinued. And it took 1.5 of these skeins. I also was able to get in something a little bit brighter with more yellow. But again, we have a limited amount. So if you are interested in that side to side, and I'll probably wear it again next week because it's been a great sweater. I really like it. I really like the way it fits, and people have really liked it when I've worn it. We do have it in. Just wanted to tell you that quickly if you wanted to have a feel of what this yarn is like. It's a blend of wool and poly so that it's pretty soft. And it is a single ply, so it knits up smoothly. It's really very smooth. So I wanted to tell you that very quickly because we did get a bunch of new things in from Trendsetter. So the new window that we just put up this morning, we're calling It's a Long Story. And I've done both a vest and a sweater that are long. They are 38 inches to the shoulder, which means they're going to hit most of us right around the knee. And I wanted to show you the pattern from Trendsetter. This is not the pattern that I used. I wrote a different sweater pattern, but this is one of the things that we are talking about and people are doing. Long seems to be everywhere out there, and that particular sweater is knit with the Trendsetter Pure Bella, and this is incredibly soft, really, really beautiful. Deb, if you're asking me about the striped, oh, you got it? You already told her? Okay. This is a blend of alpaca. It's 59% alpaca, 20% poly, 15% cashmere, and 6% wool. It is a beautifully soft yarn. And it does have that mohair, but it's not. It's an brushed alpaca. There's no mohair in it, but it does have that fuzzy look. And you have to feel this. It's like feeling a cloud. And we got some beautiful colors in. This is that dark gray. This is a gorgeous pinkish lavender. Yeah, a lavender color. Maybe it's because I'm looking in the sunlight that I'm not seeing the colors show up as well. This is a light gray.
They're showing up a little bit on here.
Okay.
They're gentle colors.
They're very gentle colors. This is a sage green.
Yeah, it's showing up.
And really nice rosy pink. Ouch. And then what do I have? A kind of an oatmeal color and Oh, this one that I said was light gray is actually more of a blue.
Oh, look at that.
This is the light gray.
Mhm.
So when you see them all together, you can probably see more of the color differences in them.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the blue.
This stuff is really, really nice, really, really pretty. Now you don't have to make a long sweater out of it. It will work. It'll work great in the calliope that I have on all by itself. If you want a lighter cardigan for spring and summer, this is the yarn to use, because this is going to give you something that you're going to love having on and love knitting with. This stuff is not that hard to knit with, and you're on a size 8 to 10 needle with it. Even though it looks thin, it really does knit up on that larger gauge. By knitting this kind of yarn, any kind of mohair or textured yarn, knitting them on a larger needle allows all the fluff, all the hair, all the texture to have room between the stitches to kind of push out, to show off, to fluff up. If you knit it very tightly, all of that stuff gets condensed and it ends up looking like a smooth fabric. So those kinds of yarns you want to really push on the needle size. And this is about $18 a skein with about 120 yards. It's a 25-gram skein, but it's going to go very far. It's going to take probably 6 or 7 to make a sweater out of it. We also got from them, this is like half of our order. This is a cotton and silk blend. This is their limited edition, so it's going to be here and then gone. And this is exactly 50% silk and 50% cotton. And it's a dry silk, but it has a beautiful, beautiful hand to it. It is on a size, they're saying from a size 4 to 6 needles, so it's a lighter weight yarn. And the colors not only are slightly freckled, but also fade from light to dark within the skein, or look like a hand dyed. You can see the orange color in the pink. These have all of the yarns that I'm about to show you have Kate dreaming of t-shirts, because they are going to knit up great in that lightweight kind of t-shirt. We don't do a lot of cotton, but I did go ahead and get a few of these blends. This one is a 100% organic cotton called Nuance. Where's the name? There it is. Nuance. And these also are tonal colors. So this one is really soft and pretty, and that's the 100% organic. And then we got one other one called Impress. And this one is 50 cotton and 50 soy. And again, the colors are heathered and dyed so that they're very tonal. So we're going to have some fun doing a couple of t-shirts up with this stuff. At the same time, on Saturday, when I had the last of the sea glass classes, I was showing them these cottons, and somebody in the class said, well, a sea glass in 2 colors of this would be fantastic. Or shifty, any of Andrea Mowry's shift patterns, just do 2 different colors and you don't have 1,000,001 ends to sew in. So we're excited to try something like that in this one. Let's see, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I did. I got through everything on the table, everything that I brought over. All right. And that's just about our half hour. So any questions about anything? Any further comments? Yeah, I hope we get warmer and warmer and more peaceful in our world as the days go by. And we'll be here Wednesday through Saturday again this week. Come on in. Oh, I know what I wanted to, one other little thing that I wanted to say. Our other window, I think people have been walking by it because we hung up, and I brought one over, Kate, but where did I put it? We hung up the bags, the little project bags from Lantern Moon. Thank you. And I just wanted to show you these again because they are really very pretty, but hanging them up, they look like paper bags from the outside.
Oh, do
They do, because they are a natural linen color. We've cut them in the window like this with tissue paper coming out of them. And I think people are thinking that they're just paper bags. They are not. They are a wonderful, really well made. I mean, you can feel the quality in the
Oh, yeah.
material as soon as you touch it. So that's what we've got hanging in the window.
It sits flat.
And it sits flat. It's a pleated bottom so that it's going to sit right up when you put something in it, on the table when you're knitting it. So that's what's really in the window. It's not paper bags,
See?
even though it looks like it. So we might have to put one of these
And then
out
look at those
and open.
tassels.
And the tassels
That's
even.
so cool.
Yes.
Not on a paper bag.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So I just want to show you guys that too, because it comes again in their gorgeous and organza little package or bag to keep it nice and clean. All right, you guys. When you pull, it does, yeah, exactly, Bess. You have to touch it and pull it to see the fabric. Otherwise, it does kind of look like paper bags. So I guess that's it for me today. I'm wishing you all a very happy week and go knit something. You got a week to make those mitts and to get an entry into our big drawing. It's going to be a wonderful, happy surprise. No, wait a minute. Did I finish talking about the shop hop? Did I tell you when it was going to be?
I don't remember.
I don't think I did. Did I? Anyway,
We'll tell you
we're just
again.
starting to talk
We'll
about
tell
it.
you again.
It looks like it's going to be the beginning of August, but we'll be posting a lot more about it. So we are going to do a shop hop this week. That's what you need to know. Okay, everybody. So long. Bye.